Well, a one-stop shop youth business centre has been opened in Richards Bay, northern KwaZulu-Natal. Now, this centre will assist mainly youth from nearby rural areas to have access to computers and Wi-Fi to look for jobs and apply. Our reporter Sbongakonke Mbatha is tracking this developing story for us.
The SMME's one-stop shop has officially been opened. Of course, we saw a lot of activity this morning where hundreds of young people got an opportunity to be able to engage municipalities, the NYDA officials, as well as the NDA officials as well, to be able to branch and make sure that their ideas for new businesses are being communicated to the relevant parties. There was also a lot of information dissected on how they can apply for funding, because we do understand that the biggest challenge for young businesses is funding. But right now we are at the center where young people have different stalls of their businesses on display. In particular, right now we are at a stall where young business people have started out in making and selling their own eggs, harvesting their own poultry and making their own eggs and having them as their product of being sold. But for further details on their product, I have with me the co-founder of the business, Angel Nzimande. A very good afternoon to you.
A very good afternoon, Ms. Mbatha.
Take me through the process. How do you come about having your own eggs, the poultry, and the challenges that you have faced throughout this entire time? Because I do understand that you started out your business 3 years ago.
Yes, we started our business 3 years ago. Unfortunately, we had some challenges. We didn't have money, we didn't have transport to deliver, we didn't even know where to start. Luckily enough, we thank NYDA, of which today is launching their branch here in Pangeni today, who have supported us, who have trusted us and believed in us. When they came in our size, we were so small, like we only had like 4x4 house of our chickens, and then they trusted us and they funded us. As you can see, our eggs production now is here, so we are producing everything.
Seeing that now there's a facility where young people and their businesses can be assisted and have mentorship opportunities, as well as being educated on how they can start up their businesses. These are some of the challenges that they won't have to face, which you guys went through.
Definitely they won't have to face driving up to Durban like we did. At first we didn't have even money to drive up to Durban, where NYDA, their offices are, to submit our documents, all of our documents. But now, since the branch is here, every youth is able to just come into these offices.
But sorry to take you back a bit, why eggs?
When I grew up, my granny used to have eggs, so I used to play with chickens. I used to be their teacher and beat them and tell them to stop making noise and run around the whole yard for my granny. So I just developed the vision and the idea of growing up chicks up until they get big. So I saw that, okay, this is my vision, this is my business that I must start, having chickens, because I enjoy growing them. I love them. So I saw that, okay, let me start the business now.
Yes, of course, turning your passion into a business. Speaking of your business, how many people are employed under your business, and how is the income, profits, is it growing?
At the moment, we've got like 5 permanent people, and then we've got another 7 people who just come because there's still a construction on site, like building up the whole house and then building up cages. Every time we buy new cages, every time we buy new layer hens, we have to build new cages. So we call these people to come and build on site for us. So we've got 5 permanent who are looking after cleaning, washing the house, collecting the eggs, packaging. Those are 5 permanent. And then we've got another 8 that is not permanent.
And where do you see your business in 5 years, seeing that there's now a facility that will enable you to grow further?
I think our vision right now is to reach 5,000 layer hens. because at the moment we've got 350. So on this 350, then we're looking at growing because we've got a land already. So we just need to expand and expand more.
Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you, Ms. Mbatha.
That is, of course, Angel Nzimande, co-founder of a business where they grow their own poultry and sell their own eggs. But it is officially called Ngelosi Eggs, of course. She does see the business growing and getting into the markets of poultry, having their own strong stand in the economy. And she did mention that seeing that they have their own facility now, it will further equip them in terms of making sure that they do sustain their businesses and, of course, create employment for other young people. Of course, Ngelosi Eggs is not the only stall that is around here. As you can see on behind me, there is a stall for spinach. There's also a stall for food right on our left, and also on our further left there's a stall for fashion. There's quite a variety of businesses allocated and, of course, will be assisted by this particular center.